So this video is from one of my very first live streams that is now available as a YouTube video called The Cheat Code to Getting a Job. In this video, I basically talk about my approach to networking on social media, on Discords, through open source, especially at conferences, and how networking can be a huge career boost if you're looking for opportunities like jobs. After we talked about this on stream, we did a quick Q&A session where people in my Twitch chat were asking me questions about everything that I had talked about related to networking. If you haven't watched this video already, I would highly recommend it. It provides some much needed context that is required to understand these question and answers. Did you talk about what you do if you cannot attend conferences? Let's do that. Conferences are not really a super special opportunity. When we were here, we talked about how only few people out of everyone will have opportunities. If you want the most access to opportunities, you have to cast a very wide net. You have to connect with a lot of people. Now, conferences make this easy, or slightly easy, because it's a place where a lot of different people, a lot of people that you might want to connect to, are in a small place, are in the same place. Now, it's easy as in you don't have to spend that much effort, but it's still very draining on your energy, on your social energy, or when you're trying to talk. I've been talking for the last hour and my throat already hurts because I don't do a lot of talking. So going to a conference is going to be very exhausting for me. But if you can manage that energy, it's just a place that you can focus all your energy into, cast a very wide net, and connect with a bunch of people. Now, if you cannot attend a conference, that doesn't mean you don't have access to them anymore. That just means you have to spend a little more time. You have to connect with more people, more on an individual basis, or you have to use other strategies like being on a Discord server where a bunch of those people are, or just being on Twitter, or making content or things like that. You can still connect with them. It's just going to be slightly more difficult because in-person networking sessions have, it's just a different experience. It's a little more valuable, but it doesn't have to be. One of my best connections today is Theo. The only time I met him in person was after we were already well connected, after he already knew about me, after he already liked me or watched some of my content. Because I didn't connect to him in a conference, I connected with him on his Discord, in his Twitch chat. You're connecting with me right now by being in this chat and talking to me. That doesn't have to be at the conference. So if you cannot attend a conference, sure, there are 500 other things you can do. Conference is just one of them. I also want to say that let me put it right here. I am not an expert at this. This is just my learnings. This is just a summary, if I can fucking spell, of my learnings and experience over the last year. Not everything here might be accurate. Just because I know all of this and I can talk about this doesn't mean I'm an expert at this. Doing this stuff is hard because most things in life is hard. And it's also taking me a while. Even though I know what to do, it's hard to do it in the moment. Don't expect to be fully expert at this the next time you attend a conference. I mean, if you aren't already. So this might take a while to kind of sink into your muscle memory, kind of sink into your instincts, and this is the thing that you're doing. Even when I approach a lot of people, I get anxious, I get kind of scared, and I get a little shaky, and I'm not really able to talk in a way that I would like to, or that I am preaching here. So yeah, even I'm still learning this. And you guys might have a lot more experience. Please feel free to share it here. How to make you stand out? Well, one good way to stand out is to just do these things. You'll be surprised at how many people are not really good at making genuine connections. So that's one way to stand out. Other than this, having to stand out all the time might be kind of a fallacy. You don't always need to stand out of everything. Maybe sometimes all you need is to be confident in yourself and just talk about what you're doing, even if it's the same as everyone else. You don't form a genuine connection by standing out. You form a genuine connection by engaging in conversations. Your goal is to make a genuine connection, not to stand out. Standing out is a strategy that these people apply. If you are the one reaching out to someone saying that, hey, you have an opportunity and I think I'm a good fit, this is where you need to stand out because this someone doesn't know you. This someone probably has hundreds of other people. And that's when you need to stand out. If you're in this position, guess what? You're already standing out because you are connected to this person and other people are not. So sometimes a great way to stand out is just to have that connection that other people might not have. Nurturing the connection, continuously engaging in a meaningful way, and a great way to make that people remember you. Yes, once you connect with people, maintain and nurture the connection. That was a very important point. Thank you very much. Being kind and helpful goes a long way. Yes, kind and helpful. If they're looking for something, help them out. Also, kind not equals to pushover. Yes, being a pushover is going to push you down the meter, not up. Being confident in yourself, standing up for yourself, it's going to push you up, because those are good traits to have in a workplace. Elaboration. I'm just starting my career. How do I get to know someone personally when they are 1,000 miles away, when I don't know much about tech? Again, thousands of miles away at this point doesn't really matter, because we have this thing called the internet. You can connect with people on Twitter. You can connect with people on Discords. So hop into a Discord server, start talking to people, start talking about their experiences, start talking about your experiences, and share some of the work that you've done. And if you don't know much about tech, you'll probably have to fix that first. So this one right here, have experience and share experience. You would want to talk about your work. If you have time, you work on some side projects, do some boot camps if you can, and work on open source. These are great ways to gather some experience and knowledge that you can then share. And once you have them, social media, open source, portfolio, making content, there's a bunch of stuff you can do. After this, I kind of spent a lot of time talking about what are some good side project ideas to gain technical experience really quickly, and that ended up being a pretty long rant, so I've decided to take it out into a separate YouTube video that will be coming out a little bit after this one. It's probably already out by the time you're watching this, so the link is going to be up here. Let me know what you think about the networking part so far. Let me know if you've had some great successes with networking, or if you tried it and it didn't work. And while you're on the way down to the comment section, make sure you also hit those like and subscribe buttons on the way. Lulu would really appreciate it. Right, Lulu?